Hi friends, welcome back to chemistry classes. Today we are going to discuss an interesting topic, that's chemical bonding. Chemical bonding is the attraction between atoms or ions or molecules that helps to form the compounds or molecules. This is a bond which there is an attraction between two atoms and which makes to form new molecules or compounds. As you can see a downside a picture, that's there is an chemical bond between two atoms which leads to form an molecule or compound. Next, first to learn about electro bonding, first we should get to know about valence electrons. These electrons are present at the outermost shell of an atom. It means the electrons which are present at the outermost shell are called valence electrons. This outermost shell of an atom is known as ultimate shell and second outermost shell is known as penultimate shell. Now this is the just about valence electrons. The electrons which are present at the outermost shell is known as valence electrons. Next, valency. Valency is a combining capacity of an atom is known as valency. This combining capacity can be determined by valence electrons. This valency means it is just the power to combine with an other atom. This capacity can be told by valence electrons. That's it. Next, electronegativity. These are the three terms, which is valence electron, valency, electronegativity. These are the main terms that will come across in the chemical bonding. Now, electronegativity means a tendency to attract a shared pair of electron in polar covalent bond or ionic bond. It means electronegativity is a power tendency to attract the shared pair of electron. There will be a shared pair of electron in polar covalent bond or ionic bond which will come in the at last of the video. So please watch until the end. Now this tendency to attract this shared pair of electron is known as electronegativity. How to know electronegativity? There is a simple trick to remember electronegativity until chlorine. If you remember until chlorine, it is very easy. Now first hydrogen, next after helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Next, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon. You no need to take tension about these three because these three won't participate in any chemical bonding as these are noble gases. Now take an arrow mark from lithium to fluorine and from sodium to phosphorus. Here I will take this lithium as 1 and I will increase this all by 0.5 except this beryllium. I will increase beryllium with 0.6, so it becomes 1.6 and boron 2, carbon 2.5, nitrogen 3, oxygen 3.5, fluorine 4. Next here sodium is 0.9 and I will increase this by 0.3. I will increase this arrow by 0.3, that's magnesium 1.2, aluminium 1.5, silicon 1.8, phosphorus 2.1. This is complete. And next there left are 3, silicon, chlorine and argon, hydrogen. So write 3 in the chlorine box and decrease this by 0.5, so it becomes 2.5 and here decrease this by 0.4, so it becomes 2.1 So these are the electronegativities of these numbers or of these elements. Hydrogen electronegativity is 2.1, lithium 1, beryllium 1.6, boron 2, carbon 2.5, nitrogen 3, oxygen 3.5, fluorine 4, sodium 0.9, magnesium 1.2, aluminum 1.5, silicon 1.8, phosphorus 2.1, sulfur 2.5, chlorine 3. So if we see this pattern, it is increasing towards left to right and decreasing towards up to down. When we come across like this, it is decreasing, and when we go like this, it is increasing. To left, electronegativity increases in the periodic table, and from down along the down it decreases. This is the electronegativity. Now chemical bonding. Next, there is the first bond. It is ionic bond, which is also called as electrovalent bond. This ionic bond forms between two oppositely charged ions in a chemical compound. These charges can be found by their nuclear charge or their stability according to their last valence electrons. Next, this is the strongest bond in all three bonds. Next, it is covalent bond. This bond formed between two atoms by sharing electrons. It means here hydrogen also need two electrons. This hydrogen also need two electrons, and this hydrogen also need two electrons to attain stability. So these both will share their electrons as well as orbit. So they both will get two electrons each. And in this there are two types of bond, that is polar covalent bond and non-polar covalent bond. Polar covalent bond is a bond between two atoms by sharing their electronegativities. This is also a covalent bond by sharing their electronegativities, but the atom which has high electronegativity will have most part of atom or most part of electron. This is known as polar covalent bond. And next, non-polar covalent bond. This bond formed between two atoms by sharing their electrons equally as non-polar covalent bond. It means these both shares their electron equally. Chlorine also shares one electron, and this chlorine also shares one electron, where both has two electrons and exchange their orbits, so both attain stability. This is called as non-polar covalent bond. Next, co-ordinate covalent bond. This is an alternate covalent bond that is formed by sharing pair of electrons from single atom. Here all electrons in this bond, all electrons are donated by, or 2 or 3 electrons are donated by same atom. And then coordinate covalent bond is formed, and this is the weakest bond in the periodic table, and this is also known as dative bond or dipolar bond. So please like this video, share and subscribe to our channel. That's Study to IIT. Have a great day.